Think that grief is sadness, but it's not. It's rage.
Oh.
Pure, unfiltered rage. You failed yourself. You failed your parents. You failed society. You don't belong in this community.
That's correct.
Metcalf's victim impact statement came at the end of Karmelo Anthony's murder trial. For months, the father of Austin Metcalf has been silenced by a gag order imposed by the judge. Now he's free to speak publicly and says he's also free of something else.
When I woke up this morning, it was a very different feeling. When I woke up, I felt like 1,000,000 pounds had been lifted off my shoulders. Because I used to wake up every morning with this anxiety, with this feeling of dread. And this morning was the first day I woke up with a feeling of peace, comfort, tranquility that I haven't experienced in 14 months. And I felt Austin.
Metcalf was in court every day of Anthony's trial. The 19-year-old now convicted murderer not only took his son Austin's life, he did it right in front of Austin's twin brother, Hunter.
What killed me was the body cam footage when I could hear Hunter screaming, oh God, my brother, my twin. You know, as a parent, you always want to protect your kids. And to hear my son and the fear in his voice, and I'm not there to fix it.
What was it like sitting in that courtroom with Karmelo Anthony for 5 or 6 days?
Challenging is the first word that comes to my mind. And I'll even say this, I had a little bit of sorrow because I'm human. And that poor boy is fixing to experience a life that I would not wish upon anyone.
Metcalf says even today he's received death threats and has previously endured doxing of his personal information and multiple swatting calls to his house from people who he says have tried to villainize Austin and the family.
I would hope they take a look in the mirror. And if you have children, and if it was your child who was murdered, would you like people dragging his name through the mud, making memes, making jokes, and just really vile comments?
Where do you and the Metcalf family go from here?
Well, I mean, this is day one of a long healing process.
Before you form an opinion about what happened inside that stadium, you need to understand what happened to the people waiting outside of it. The people who had nothing to do with the confrontation, the knife, or the rain. The people who woke up that morning as parents and went to bed that night as something they never asked to become. Because there are two families at the center of the story, and both of them lost something they are never getting back. Jeff Metcalf raised Austin alongside his twin brother Hunter. Since the day Austin first grabbed his finger, Jeff said he had his heart with it. He watched both his boys compete on the same track, in the same uniform, side by side. He described his son as a boy, a twin, a son, a leader, a true warrior. CBS News, https://www.cbsnews.com/texas/news/frisco-track-meet-killing-austin-family-victim-impact- statements. That is not a eulogy written by a speechwriter. That is a father reaching for words, because no words are actually enough. What destroyed Jeff Metcalf, not the death, but the specific cruelty of how he learned about it, was the body cam footage. The audio of Hunter, Austin's twin, screaming, oh God, my brother, my twin, two boys who shared a face, a childhood, a bedroom, a future. One of them made it home. Since the verdict, Jeff Metcalf has not been allowed to grieve quietly. He has been the target of 6 swatting calls. Austin's mother has been targeted twice. Fox 4 Dallas-Fort Worth, https://www.foxfournews.com/news/Karmelo-Anthony-sentenced-Austin-Metcalf-family-reacts. Strangers who never met his son have harassed his family, flooded his phone, and made his home feel unsafe, all because they decided, from behind a screen, that Austin deserved what happened to him. In court, Jeff slammed his fist on a table and said what grief actually feels like from the inside. "People think grief is sadness," he said. "It is not. It is rage. Pure, unfiltered rage." WFAA, https://www.wfaa.com/article/news/local/Frisco murder trial/Austin Metcalf parents read victim impact statement Karmelo Anthony sentencing/DCFC. And yet, he forgave Karmelo Anthony the day it happened. Not for Anthony's sake, for his own. "Forgiveness was not for him," he said. "Forgiveness was for me." CBS News, https://www.cbsnews.com/texas/news/Austin-Metcalf's-speaks-Karmelo-Anthony- verdict. He still believes Anthony should have received a life sentence. He says if parole comes up in 17 years, he will be in that room. "If I'm still alive, yes, I will be there in person," he said. "If not, I'm going to make a video." CBS News, https://www.cbsnews.com/news/Karmelo-Anthony-family-interview-murder-sentence. That is not revenge. That is a father with nowhere to put his love. Now sit with the other side for a moment. During the sentencing phase, the defense called a single witness, Karmelo Anthony's mother, Kayla Hayes. "He's my oldest," she said. "He's my firstborn. He will always be my baby." Essence, https://www.essence.com/news/Karmelo-Anthony-sentenced-35 years. She did not defend what happened. She did not explain the knife. She simply stood in front of a courtroom and said what every mother says when she is watching her child disappear. He is still her baby. He will always be. Karmelo's father, Andrew Anthony, spoke to CBS News after the verdict. He said, "It's unfortunate. It's where nobody wins." CBS News, https://www.cbsnews.com/news/Karmelo-Anthony-family-interview-murder-sentence. Nobody wins. For words from a father watching his 19-year-old son get taken away in handcuffs for the next 35 years. You can agree with the verdict and still feel the weight of that sentence. You can believe justice was served and still recognize that a mother is going home to an empty chair tonight, just like the Metcalfs are. Two families. Two empty chairs. One tragedy that did not have to happen. Jeff Metcalf looked at Karmelo Anthony in that courtroom and said, "You should feel lucky. I've been sentenced to a lifetime without my son." He is right. And the unbearable thing, the thing that stays with you, is that Karmelo Anthony's mother could say something almost identical about her own sentence. Nobody in that stadium on April 2nd, 2025 was a stranger to love. Every single person there was someone's child, and only some of them came home.